What is the EX Grand Prix in TEPPEN? We will take a look at that in today's video.
No, I can't. I can't let it end here.
The EXGP is a different kind of mode in TEPPEN that is different from the normal course of the game, or the normal rules of the game. Each week there is usually an EXGP. In this particular week, which is the week of January 1st, or at least in this instance, will begin on January 1st at 7 p.m., 1900 hours, you will see that says MP 200% and Highlander. We will talk about what that means in a minute. In order to find the EXGP, you must go click on the Coliseum, which I am on right now. You'll notice that this is a single player, and this is the Coliseum, and then you can see my EXGP, or I can't play the Grand Prix because it's not available at this time. That's it for a different video. If you would like to practice in the EXGP, you can always click on that and click on Entry. Now, I have already made a deck for this EXGP, but you can always take this mode to practice before the real thing starts. The rewards for winning an EXGP, or winning 4 matches out of 5, is that you will obtain special artwork in the game for specific cards. This week, for this instance, is a new card for Fate of the Unworthy. So this will get you an additional Fate of the Unworthy with special artwork. You'll notice also in this example how much time you have to play in this EXGP. This particular event will last for 48 hours, as most EXGPs do. Most EXGPs usually start from Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and last for a period of 48 hours, but each one is different. In order to participate in an EXGP, you must be at least above rank D5 or equal to rank D5. Your first match in an EXGP is always free for the week. So this week, when I play the EXGP for the first time, it will be free. After that, I have the option of paying 240 Zenny, or I can go and use one of my EXGP tickets to enter the EX Grand Prix. Please keep in mind that EX Grand Prix tickets are different from the Grand Prix tickets, and you cannot use a Grand Prix ticket to enter an EXGP Grand Prix. Likewise, you cannot use an EXGP ticket to enter a Grand Prix event later. You also must be in either D5 or up in order to participate in an EX Grand Prix, or a Grand Prix for that matter. So you could be anywhere from D5, D4, D3, D2, D1, or C5 to C1, B5 to B1, A5 to A1, and then champions above that. As long as you are in one of those ranks, you may participate in the EX Grand Prix. First off, as I mentioned, this particular week's EXGP is MP 200 and Highlander. MP 200 means your MP gains twice as fast as normal, and Highlander is in reference to the Highlander films and TV show, which says there can be only one. What they are saying here is you can only have one of each card in your deck. Normally, the rules of TEPPEN are you are allowed to have 3 commons of the same card, 3 rares, 3 epics, and 1 legendary. So if I wanted to have 3 Fate of the Unworthies in my hand, I could do that. In this format, though, I can only bring 1. So let's look at what it is like to play a normal match in TEPPEN. Observe the timer as this match gets underway. Look how long it takes to get to 10 MP under the normal rules of the game. And that took me about 20 seconds, or close to it. Now let's watch an EXGP, and let's see how fast it takes to get to 10 MP. in this particular example, it took me roughly 10 seconds. And this is just a reminder, this is only for this particular EXGP. It is not for all of them, but this one has the special rules of 200% MP gain. That's why it went so fast. Now, in talking about the Highlander portion of this, observe what happens when I try to enter this EXGP real fast. First, let me look at copying one of my decks. You'll notice some of the decks have exclamation points next to them. That basically is saying that this particular deck will not be suitable for the EXGP. This one does not work because it has multiple copies of a card. On the other hand, these top 4 that I did make do meet the requirements. You will see that there is no exclamation point next to them, and you'll see if I take a quick look at each one of these decks, they all have only one unit of a kind in each one of those decks. Let's talk about these decks real quick. This is a deck that I made with Jill. It is mostly heavy on explorers, and you will see almost one of every different kind of explorer. Of course, you have also, in addition, Nash, Claire, and Yatu for additional effects. You should be able to get 3 explorers easily, and then you can use your powerful legendaries at the end, such as Fate-Defying Ryu, Veteran Agent Leon, and Yukimura for the end game, as well as State of Nothingness to close things out. With green, normally you like to carry more than 2 shields, but of course, in this EXGP, you really only are able to carry 1 or 2 shields at most, and, well, you can carry as many as 3, 1 block, 1 wall jump, and 1 blade shattering defense. Those are your quick shields. You'll also still have access to seals, but they will be more expensive than normal. So this is an example of having your green deck ready with mana ramp and very powerful legendaries to finish your opponent off, as well as Shara and Natural Cycle if you need to have your cards returned to the deck. Here is an example of a purple deck that I did build with Zero, Tenkuha being the hero art that I chose, and again, Dante is an example of a card that has combo. If you have him with Spillover, that could be a very devastating effect, along with Tigrex as well to help close things out in this EXGP with purple. And this is the black deck that I brought, which of course favors Zombie, Junie, as staple cards, as well as Gate. And then of course you will need some more Ascension units, such as a Jeweled, Morimaru, and Julie as well. You know, if you get your Ascension up to 3, you can use cards like Seth or Battle to the Death for other destroys, and there are, again, lots of destroys in this deck to help you win with black. So that was my video on the EXGP. Let me know how you did and what other EXGP events you would like to see in the future for TEPPEN. You know, you can be creative, you could be as creative as you want. Maybe we need 300% MP, or maybe we need 2 of each, or maybe we can have multiple legendaries. Okay, that sounds kind of ridiculous. But let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give a like, and if you want more TEPPEN content, please make sure you subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
If nothing else, I hope you managed to find some peace.